Hi there, welcome to Marcus Loves Movies. My name is Marcus Lee and today I'm reviewing Outside the Wire, a film which is now available to watch on Netflix starring Anthony Mackie and Damson Idris, which promises lots of action and high-end entertainment. Just before I get to the review, at this point, I normally talk about liking and subscribing, but can I say something that's even more important than that? Can I just say, wherever you are in the world, watching this video, thinking of watching Outside the Wire, can I just encourage you to look after yourselves? Take care of your health. This is January, this is the time of the year, it's January when I'm recording this, but this is normally the time of the year when people are a little bit down after Christmas. We're obviously living through pandemic and a lockdown, and we're all feeling a little bit, not on top of the world. So wherever you are, can I just say, look after yourself, do whatever you can to take care of your mental health. We are gonna get through this together. And watching films like Outside the Wire or whatever films that you enjoy provide a bit of escapism. So please do that. I love my movies, so movies are escapism for me, and I hope it is for you too. But more importantly, can I just say, look after yourself. That's my mini preach over. So let's get into the plot of the film. So the plot of the film is this. In the near future, a drone pilot is sent into a war zone and then himself is paired up with a top secret android officer on a mission to stop a nuclear attack. I always get a little bit excited when I see these types of films popping up on Netflix. I like action, it's right up my street. I get really amped when I see these sorts of films coming out. So I think of films like Project Power, The Old Guard, Extraction, all coming to Netflix, all action. I'm up for it, I'm there for it. And having seen those films, I put them all into a folder or a category that I call decent. Those films are all decent, they're okay. They're not brilliant, but they're also not terrible. They're not amazing, but they're not horrendous. They're just okay. Although I will say that I thought Extraction with Chris Hemsworth was just a bit better than decent. That was a really good action film. Go see that. And this film, Outside the Wire, I feel also fits nicely into that category where it's not mind-blowing, but it's also not too terrible, it's just okay. So in this, like the plot says, you've got a character called Harp who's played by Damson Idris. He's a drone pilot and he makes a bad decision, and you can argue that being a drone pilot, you are making bad decisions because you're dropping bombs and you are killing people, so they aren't necessarily good decisions. But he makes a decision where we're trying to see that he's got some morals, where he's thinking, right, do I drop a drone here or do I drop a bomb there? Will I save this many people or that many people, depending on when? Do I follow my superior's orders or do I take matters into my own hands? So he does that. He's made a bad decision, and his punishment for making a bad decision is that his superiors say, right, okay, you need to spend some time in the field, you need to spend some time on the ground, and we're going to hook you up with a cyborg with a six-pack who's played by Anthony Mackie. His character's called Captain Leo. This is set in the future, that's why we've got cyborgs, and you're going to spend some time on the ground and you are going to learn some life lessons. You are going to see how things really are, and obviously Captain Leo has his own thing that he's trying to stop, some worldwide whatever. That is the film. You don't really need to think about the plot too much. The plot, if I'm honest, doesn't really matter because this film, everything that happens, it's just about the action. It is just about the action and it is just decent. So what did I like about this? I like the cyborg thing, and Anthony Mackie's cyborg, it reminded me of the T-1000 from Terminator 2, played by Robert Patrick 30 years ago. So it's got some of those vibes where he morphs and he does things, and he's a cool, realistic looking human, but he's a cyborg. It's got some good action in it. It's got some good action sequences. Because it's action, it does what it says on the tin. But the things that I didn't like about the film is that I feel like I could guess the plot. I could guess what was going to happen. And an interesting exercise in watching a film, if you feel like you're a bit of a film nerd or a film geek, if I gave you a sheet of paper and I said, right, okay, you've got to write down, if I tell you the basic outline of the plot, you've got to tell me where the story is going to go, and I'll give you 3 chances to guess and see if you can guess it right. And if you can guess it right, then that means the script writers, the screenwriters haven't done a great job. And this film is reasonably predictable, if I'm honest. Things that are quite typical. The bad guys in this are Russian and Ukrainian. So again, the baddies are always from Eastern Europe. What I'd actually quite like to see, what would be an interesting exercise, it'd be nice to see an Eastern European film where the baddies are American. the Americans are the bad guys for once, or from the UK. That'd be really interesting to see, because we're so used to seeing the Russians be evil and do terrible things. I can't do a Russian accent, so that'd be quite nice to see. I suppose in the film they are trying to show, it's trying to give you some morals. It's trying to say this is what the dangers of war look like. And obviously we know that our character Harp is going to hit the ground. He's going to have some bullets flying around him. It's all new to him because he's used to being sat behind a computer screen, which is essentially like a big video game with a joystick. That's how he operates the drone. And he's going to see some of those things, and he's going to change along the course of the film. That's no big plot spoiler, but that is what the film is going to do. Like I say, I thought it was mediocre. It's a good attempt. It's got a decent supporting cast. It's got Michael Kelly, he's a great actor. Pilau Asbake, I can't quite pronounce his name correctly. We've seen him in Game of Thrones and various other things where he normally plays a bad guy. And yeah, it was all right. And I suppose my final thoughts are this. Like I say, I don't think the film is brilliant, but then again, does it have to be brilliant? Does it have to be The Godfather? Does it have to be Shawshank Redemption? Or can it just be okay? When you're watching this, or when I'm watching this, am I going in thinking, right, this is going to be 5-star entertainment, this is going to be the best thing ever? Or is it okay to go in and watching a film thinking, yeah, it's probably just going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's not going to change my life. I'm not going to talk about it with my friends and other people and say, what did they think of it? I'm not going to jump on a bunch of review boards and fully analyse and critique this film, even though I'm critiquing the film now. But I'm not going to take it too seriously. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's okay to watch a film which is just average, which is just like, yeah, I'm going to leave common sense, I'm going to leave my brain at the door, and I'm just going to watch it and enjoy it for what it is. So maybe that's what this film is. Maybe for the filmmakers, for the production company, this is a case of ticking boxes. We need to put a certain number of films out. The film needs to be this decent. This is our budget. Obviously, we're not trying to win an Oscar here. We're not trying to win a ton of awards. We're trying to make some decent entertainment, and we'll keep making decent entertainment. And if that's all it is, then maybe that's absolutely fine. So the film is decent. That is what I'd say. Should you watch it? Yeah, it's the kind of film that you could probably watch whilst doing something else, whilst you've got your phone out. Although I always feel like you should respect a film. I feel like you should give your full attention to a film. But then maybe this film is just decent, and that's okay. So my Marcus Loves Movies rating for Outside the Wire is, mini drum roll, 3 stars. So those are my thoughts of the movie. I'd be interested to find out what you thought of it as well. Did you really enjoy Outside the Wire, or did you think it was all a little bit dire? Did you really like it a lot, or did you find it hard to follow the plot? I'm interested to find out what you thought of it. Please leave a comment on the video. Give this review a thumbs up, give it a like. And if you like your movie reviews, discussions, and all that good movie related stuff, can I encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time a new video is released. Thank you for watching this. Please check out some of the other reviews on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you watching, and I hope to catch up with you again soon. So until then, take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching.